Khaos, also known as Khaos, the guardian of the abyss, shadow of God, or parent of the parentless, is the primordial deity who embodies the void without end form that existed before the creation of the multiverse. The primeval void became the primordial entity that rules the void and the abyss, becoming the creator of the primordials. They are the god, goddess of nothingness, oblivion, the void, and the abyss. They were personally created by Daius and Dagum, the primordial entities of creation and destruction, with the purpose of being the bridge between the heavens and the earth and between the celestials and humanity, thus partly reduced the amount of paperwork the angels required to do. They are the primal god venerated by the ancient Greco-Romans and the possible destroyer of the megaverse. As such, they are one of the most ancient beings and have existed before time itself. They are considered to be one of the strongest existences, whose powers surpass almost all other beings. They are one of the original members of the three great titans of creation. In the myths, Khaos is the primordial source of all things, being also the state in which the entire universe was in its primeval state. Khaos is the world in its unfinished state. Khaos precedes order, cosmos, being the primordial void, from which everything came, and to which everything will inevitably return, only to start again in a new cycle. Khaos is also the ancestor of all gods worshipped of paganism and polytheism, that is, the worship and claiming of gods other than Yesh. Khaos is paganism, heresy and pagan idolatry personified, the source of all witchcraft and heresy. Khaos is one of the first pre-existential entities to come into being even older than Yesh himself and his wife Barbello. Not much is known about the origins of Khaos, but it is believed that at the beginning, when the universe was in its primal state plunged inside a primordial soup of antimatter, was when Khaos appeared. At the beginning, the world was in its most primitive and chaotic state, with temperatures comparable to absolute heat, which was then cooled by the chaotic waters of zero absolute, that is, chaos, which thus allowed the emergence of the darkness, the last to precede God. Aeon, chaos and the darkness, the three main manifestations of Overvoid, and the eternal arch-rivals of God. When the Lord wanted to start creation, the guardian of the abyss, living up to his title, did not want to allow the resplendent Yesh to create the universe, going to war with the Almighty. In the war, Khaos created the primordials, better known as protogenoi, primitive anthropomorphic personifications of concepts and ideas that did not yet exist and were in their most basic and simple state, such as Gaia, Earth, Oranos, Sky, Tartarus, Underworld, Nyx, Night, Erebus, Darkness, Eros, Love, and Chronos, Time. After the war ended, Khaos entered a state of deep hibernation, having remained unconscious for billions of years, even before the first day of creation. When the Lord then created the light, the stars and everything in the cosmos, the primal void was filled by billions of bubbles, filling Khaos' body, which consequently caused Khaos to become the gap between dimensions such as heaven and hell, also being the dark void behind the stars. The multiverse could be said to exist within the primordial void body that is Khaos. In religions, primordial chaos is normally the building block that the being of order uses to create the universe, with the body of primitive chaos being the foundation of the cosmos. In fact, God, the ruler of order, uses primitive chaos to give rise to creation, bringing the non-thing into existence, and order from disorder. However, this does not exactly place chaos as a co-creator. It can be said that chaos is like a blank canvas that God, the author, uses to design and write his creation. Chaos does not have an actual true form. They commonly appear in the form of a vast darkness made of dark matter and dark, infinite energy that expands infinitely, showing that chaos can make even infinity itself finite for them. Although they have no true form, they usually take the form of an androgynous, naked, hairless entity made of purple darkness mixed with vantablack, a color so dark that it absorbs 99,965% of light. Chaos' true form can best be described as a transcendent void that exists outside the confines of the universe, with the entire megaverse existing within their noiseless, chaotic body, something that wasn't so frightening to ancient peoples who believed the world to be the remains of a chaotic entity that was defeated by a ruler of order. From Chaos' point of view, all the infinite worlds created by Yesh-like universes, planets, realms and multiverses are just bacteria to them, with the multiverses being the same as soap bubbles that exist inside their body. When manifested through avatars, Chaos describes it as entering within themselves, with Zeus comparing it to Chaos' manifestation within the universe as an author inserting themselves into fiction. Chaos is one of the most powerful divinities that ever lived. Their power is equal to that of Yesh, with Chaos being his shadow, the chaotic shadow of God. In contrast to Yesh, Chaos embodies the concepts of nothingness, non-existence, and darkness, as well as chaos, emptiness, and eternity. As a pre-existential primordial entity, Chaos is the creator of the pagan gods, the ancient gods worshipped by mankind throughout the multiverse. Due to their position as one of the embodiments of the primordial void, they are one of the most powerful entities in the megaverse and beyond, with unlimited levels of power far greater than those of any deity in existence, including any of their spawn. In the primeval wars, Chaos managed to battle Azathoth and God, in the end revealing themselves to be an ally of Yesh, with the two together fighting side by side to imprison Azathoth. Chaos is a kind of rival of Yesh, alongside Azathoth. With all this power, Chaos is so dangerous that the protogenoi and other primordials would have to take immediate action if Chaos is enraged or bored.